Good evening, this is Ava with WNBA Trending. Tonight, our focus is squarely on one of the biggest stories in women's basketball, Caitlin Clark's injury status, and what it means for the Indiana Fever as they prepare for a critical matchup against the Golden State Valkyries. The Fever are chasing playoff positioning, but they are doing it without their biggest star, and that has the basketball world talking. The Indiana Fever enter Sunday's matchup against Golden State riding momentum from a decisive 95-75 win over the Seattle Storm. It was one of the team's most complete victories of the season, highlighted by dominant performances from Aliyah Boston in the paint, Kelsey Mitchell on the perimeter, and veteran guard Odyssey Sims, who stepped up with timely scoring. That one was crucial, because the Fever are locked in a tight battle for postseason seeding, and every game matters down the stretch. But the biggest question on the minds of Fever fans remains the same. Is Caitlin Clark going to play? The answer is no. Clark has been ruled out again, making this her 18th consecutive missed game as she continues to recover from a groin injury compounded by lingering ankle soreness. Since suffering the setback on July 15th, the rookie guard has not seen the court, and the timeline for her return remains uncertain. Clark's absence is felt in every aspect of Indiana's game. The number 1 overall pick was expected to transform the franchise, and in many ways she already has. Her passing vision, deep three-point shooting, and competitive edge brought excitement back to Fever basketball. But injuries have interrupted that momentum. She has now missed 24 of Indiana's 39 regular season games, a staggering number for a player who is supposed to be the centerpiece of a playoff push. Coach Stephanie White addressed Clark's status earlier this week, explaining that while Clark has returned to light activity, she has not been cleared for full practices. Clark participated in walkthroughs and non-contact drills, but White made it clear that the team will not rush her back until she proves she can handle the demands of contact play and full court conditioning. It's not just about whether Clark can step on the court, it's about whether she can stay on the court without risking brain injury. That caution is echoed by WNBA legend Lisa Leslie, who recently weighed in on Clark's situation during a television appearance. Leslie urged the Fever to shut Clark down for the season if there is any doubt about her readiness. She reminded viewers that groin injuries are notoriously tricky, easy to aggravate, and potentially damaging to long-term health. Leslie's message was clear: the Fever must think beyond this season and protect their young star's career. Fans, meanwhile, are split. Some remain optimistic, pointing to Clark's non-contact work as a positive step. They see her participating, even in limited fashion, as a sign she is inching closer to a return. Others are more cautious, citing her history of soft tissue issues this season, quad tightness, ankle soreness, and now the groin injury, as evidence that the Fever should not gamble with her future. Online discussions reveal a fan base torn between hope and realism. One supporter recently commented that the true test will come if Clark can complete several full-contact practices without setbacks, a hurdle she is not yet cleared. The uncertainty surrounding Clark's return comes at a critical moment for Indiana. The Fever are fighting for a playoff berth, and the Valkyries are one of the teams standing in their way. Golden State has proven to be a tough opponent, powered by an aggressive offense and a relentless pace. Without Clark, Indiana must lean heavily on its other stars to match up against a team that can score in bunches. Kelsey Mitchell has been nothing short of spectacular, stepping into the role of primary scorer with confidence and efficiency. She has consistently delivered 20-point performances, providing the offensive firepower Indiana needs in Clark's absence. Aliyah Boston has been equally impressive, controlling the paint with double-double production that keeps the Fever balanced inside and out. And Odyssey Sims has emerged as an unexpected X-factor, bringing energy and scoring bursts that change the tempo of games. Together, this trio has kept Indiana afloat, but the margin for error is slim. The Fever sit in a crowded field of playoff hopefuls, where a single loss or win can dramatically alter the standings. That's why Sunday's clash with the Valkyries is so important. It's not just another regular season game, it's a battle for playoff survival. The big picture, though, continues to circle back to Clark. Analysts point out that even if she returns before the season ends, there is no guarantee she'll be in top form. The rhythm, conditioning, and chemistry required for playoff basketball cannot be built overnight. That raises the question, would the Fever be better off keeping Clark sidelined and preserving her for next season, or taking the risk of a late-season return in hopes of a postseason spark? ESPN recently updated Clark's estimated return timeline, suggesting she may not be back until September 7th at the earliest. That would leave only a handful of regular season games before the playoffs. It's a narrow window, and one that grows tighter with each passing day. For fans eager to see their star back on the court, that's a sobering reality. For Clark herself, the frustration must be immense. Known for her competitive fire, dating back to her record-breaking college career at Iowa, she has always thrived on being on the floor, leading her team, and delivering in big moments. Sitting out game after game is a mental and emotional challenge as much as a physical one. Yet Clark has remained engaged, supporting her teammates from the bench, offering encouragement, and staying connected to the team's journey. Her teammates have echoed that support. Kelsey Mitchell recently told reporters that while they miss Clark's presence on the court, the team is committed to playing with the personnel available and finding ways to win. Aliyah Boston added that the team has rallied together, knowing they cannot simply wait for Clark's return. They must seize the opportunity now. That mentality will be tested against Golden State. The Valkyries present a formidable challenge, and Indiana will need every ounce of focus, execution, and resilience to secure another victory. The Fever's performance without Clark has shown growth, but the margin for error is razor-thin. One misstep could jeopardize their playoff hopes. As for Clark's future, the decision ultimately rests with the Fever's medical staff, coaching staff, and Clark herself. Balancing the urgency of a playoff push with the importance of long-term health is never easy, especially with a generational talent. The coming weeks will determine whether Clark makes a dramatic late-season return or whether Indiana chooses the cautious path and looks ahead to 2026. For now, the facts are simple. Caitlin Clark will not play against the Golden State Valkyries. The Fever must once again prove they can compete and win without her. The playoffs are within reach, but the path is steep, and the spotlight will remain on Indiana until the final whistle of the regular season. This is Ava, and you're watching WNBA Trending. Stay tuned as we continue to follow Caitlin Clark's recovery, Indiana's playoff chase, and the stories shaping the WNBA's most dramatic stretch of a season.